Hi everybody, welcome to Quarantine Kitchen. This is episode 13. I'm your host Clinton, and today we're going to be making a recipe I've been promising to do you guys for a while, buttermilk pancakes. This is sort of a collaboration with a guy named Marc Berm. Hi Marc. I will put his video link in the description below. He actually made French crepes a couple, I think 2 weeks back, and in collaboration with him, I'm going to be making buttermilk pancakes, and if you know me, it's one of my favorite recipes for breakfast. And it's pretty easy to make. You guys can make it at home, and we're going to do it together this morning, okay? But go check out those clips that Marc did. They're really, really good and easy to make as well. So, for today's ingredients, you don't need a lot. You need flour, eggs, baking soda, baking powder, butter. I'm going to be using vanilla extract. It's not 100% necessary if you don't have it. A little bit of sugar, a little bit of salt, and because these are buttermilk, we're using milk, and then I added a little bit of lemon to it, if you guys don't have pre-made buttermilk. And then actually we're going to be making them blueberry pancakes in the end, so we just have a couple blueberries here that we're going to add to our batter once we get it onto the griddle. So, let's jump right into it. It's super easy and super fast, okay? So first you're going to start with your dry ingredients. Actually, before I go into that, I just show you guys. This is the joy of cooking. This is a cookbook that I basically learn most of my cooking skills from. It's really, really easy to follow. It's one of the oldest cookbooks, I think, in America that's still like ongoing. And I love their buttermilk pancake recipe in here, so we're going to be going ahead and do their recipe. If you guys are looking for a quintessential cookbook and you're not super gifted in the kitchen, this baby right here, I call it my kitchen Bible, because it teaches you everything. It makes it super simple. So, back to the pancakes. To start, you're going to start with your dry ingredients. We're going to be doing 1.5 cups all-purpose flour. Put it into a big bowl, like this one. Then you're going to be doing 3 tablespoons white sugar. Then you're going to be doing 1 teaspoon baking powder. Baking powder. And then followed by a teaspoon or half a teaspoon of baking soda. Followed by 1 teaspoon salt. Now we have all our dry ingredients in there. Go ahead and mix it up. Perfect. Now we're going to combine in another bowl our wet ingredients. So we're going to take a smaller bowl. We're going to combine our eggs, butter, and buttermilk. Okay? So you're going to take 3 tablespoons butter. Go ahead and melt it in a pan. We've already done it here on the side. And to make your buttermilk, we're going to be doing 1.5 cups milk, and we added 1.5 tablespoons of lemon juice or lime juice. And see how it gets nice and thick there? That's exactly what we're looking for, and that's what it's going to give these pancakes the amazing flavor that we love so much, all right? So go ahead and take your 1.5 cups buttermilk. Go. Then add your 3 tablespoons butter, melted butter. Mix it together. And then you're going to add your 2 eggs. So we have them cracked here already. Adding our 2 eggs. Go ahead and whisk them all up. And don't worry if your butter consolidates a little bit when you put it in with cold milk. It'll cook up when we get it on the griddle. And then finally, we're going to add half a teaspoon of vanilla extract. We're doing a full teaspoon today. Mix it one more time. Once you have your wet ingredients done, we're going to head and add it directly to the dry ingredients. And then you're going to mix it all together. All right, there, your batter is done. See how easy that is, guys? Put it to the side. Like my last pancake recipe, we're gonna go ahead and use a ladle to scoop our batter. I'll put it in there now. Here we're gonna be using a large skillet for cooking our pancakes. So I've heated it up a little bit. We're gonna put some butter on the griddle to a little bit of fat on the griddle to help the pancakes cook. Go ahead and melt it on your pan. Use a large spatula to cook your pancakes. There we go. Now, it's very important that you are working with the temperature of your griddle. So I've had it heated up to 5. I'm actually, from our stove, it's different on every stove. You need to play around with the temperature a little bit. You want it to be hot enough so it actually cooks, but you also want it to not be too hot that it burns. So our stove goes up to 14. I'm going to put it on an 8. 7 to 8 is usually the good thing. Take a plate, put it to the side, put your finished product. And let's go ahead and do our first pancake. Now, I like to make large pancakes like they do in America, but that is completely up to you. The temperature up a little bit. And like I was telling you guys, we're going to go ahead and add blueberries to ours today. Now, I know people like to put blueberries directly in the batter, and that's how they do it, but I have found it's actually easier to take your blueberries directly and just place them into your pancakes, because then that way it doesn't make your batter blue. Just add a few to every pancake. There we go. And we're just going to wait a few minutes. One of the ways you can tell that it's time to flip your pancake is you're going, and I'll show you when we get there, but basically you're going to have bubbles coming up along the side, and you'll see that it's actually cooked on the edges, and that's when you know it's time to flip. So we'll go ahead and show you when we get there. It's been cooking for maybe about 2-3 minutes. I think it's about time to flip it. Turn the temperature down. See, this is where it looks a little high on the temperature. Our next one will be even better. Always the first one is your trial one. And then once you flip it, it doesn't need to cook super long, because it's pretty much cooked all the way through already. You're just cooking the other side. And if you guys haven't tried buttermilk pancakes before, I highly suggest you try it. It's a completely different flavor, and it is delicious. All right, I think it's about done. There we go. Put it on our finished plate. And let's go ahead and do a second one. Now that we've gotten the temperature, I think, to the right spot. Usually my experience is the second one is always the best pancake. Okay, gonna add our blueberries. Gotta be fast because it cooks pretty quickly. Okay, time to flip our pancake. Oh yeah, that's perfect. Now that's what you're looking for. Like I told you guys, the second pancake is usually the best. And then now we're going to go ahead and maintain our temperature between a 7 and 8, and most of our pancakes will come out this way. And we got a little bit fluffier this time as well. Our first pancake was a little flat, which is not what we're looking for. But if you notice the batter, actually, with the buttermilk, it's gotten a little bit thicker since we have been letting it sit for a little while. And we're getting a fluffier pancake out of it, which is awesome. And of course, when our pancakes are over, we're going to go ahead and serve it with maple syrup and butter and enjoy our breakfast. With our pancake again, look at that. It is a perfect buttermilk pancake. Awesome. All right, next one. And you start doing the production line. So I just wanted to show you guys, you see that there's these little bubbles popping up around the edges here, and it's coming up even in the middle. That means the heat's rising from the pan, and that's a good sign. It means it's probably hot enough to flip your pancake. And you notice, like, when I touch the side, the batter's not really moving on the edges, and so that means that it's ready to flip. Okay, so let's go ahead and flip it. And see, we got the perfect color on the other side. All right, let's go ahead and try our buttermilk blueberry pancakes. Of course, I'll add a little bit of butter to mine. A little bit of maple syrup. Give it a try, although pretty sure they're going to be delicious. And they're delicious.